So what is the first song we are going to see tonight?
We are going to be presenting the first song. Is called Up There. It is near the beginning of the show where Malia, our main character, is for the first time reading an excerpt from the story that she has started to write at the writing camp that she has been sent to over the summer. And the main character of her story, is a little bird named Willow, who has fallen out of her nest and does not know how to get back to the sky because she thinks her wings are broken. And so as we start to see the beginning of Willow's quest through the words and eyes of Malia, we meet both of these characters singing the song Up There.
Right. So just so you know, before the song starts, Malia starts reading the story to her group about a bird at the base of a mountain. And she has this hint of a voice in the back of her head that if she can get to the top of the mountain, she can get to the sky, and the sky is where she belongs. But there's that brief moment before you start any journey where you question what you're about to do. And that's this moment that Malia shares with the group.
And who is performing this song tonight?
We've got Merritt Marsh as Malia and Stephanie J. Park as Willow. Two incredible, incredible people.
Who you can see in Tina and Hamilton when theater is back.
This is true.
So here is Up There.
This is it. Almost free. Made it to my starting line. I kinda miss my tree. All those days that I asked why, always looking towards the sky, and now those questions don't apply. I'm finally close to getting high. Up there are the answers I've longed for in my soul. Down here there's no place for me ever to feel whole. Up there is the reason why I breathe in this air. What I'd give to see what lives up there. Up there through that veil of cloud, closer to the sun, soaking in its wonders, I'll know my journey's done. Up there you can see the world, live without a care. I'll do what must be done to be up there. Oh, I can barely catch my breath. From here it looks so far, stretching into the unknown, just like a shooting star. There's nothing that can stop me now. I can't stop me now. A transformation on the rise, no place where I can hide. Up there, far above the world, a place where I can soar. Looking down upon the ground, I'll never ask for more. So here I go with a new drive, ambition and a prayer. Please let me find a place to fly, and let it be up there.
Aww.
That's
My
really
mother,
cool.
my mother texted me that she's getting sideshow vibes and says it's a compliment, but didn't want to put it on the chat.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Taken as a compliment.
I mean, honestly, the one of the privileges of being a producer and being involved with your theater barn is I get to listen to so much music from your musicals, and sometimes I'll just be, in my room with my headphones on and feel like, oh wow, I just discovered the next song that we're going to be hearing in auditions, and the next thing that somebody in their bedroom is going to be like, wow, this really touched me, and so much of what you both write, especially in this show, does that. So
Yeah, as a fellow producer, it's one of the best feelings, and I think one of the coolest things about what we do.
Thank you guys so much. It's
Thank
so
you.
lovely.
Wow. That's so awesome.
These comments, clearly everyone else agrees.
Yay.
That's so sweet. Thank you. Well, this is just, it's really special because this is the first, at least for me, and I mean, I know for Eric, this is really the first time we've gotten to hear this again. And
Since 2019.
Yes, it's very special. We're very grateful for this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. And those girls, my God, they killed
amazing.
it.
God.
Yes.
Amazing.
And they're new to your development process, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've worked with Stephanie. Stephanie did a concert
Stephanie
of
has
ours.
sung from the show before, so she's in it to win it, you know. And you will also meet someone else who has been a part of the show. But this was Merritt's first time joining us, and it was really special to get to work with Merritt, who is only 14 years old
Wow.
and sings like that, and she's real cool.
What a voice.
Very cool.
Mhm.
What you kind of set it up already. What is our second song tonight?
So the second song is one that you might not have ever heard of or anything like that. We haven't talked about it very much. But,
Okay.
the title of it is called Fly More Than You Fall. And
the link.
I'm shocked.
this is also the title track of my album, Fly More Than You Fall, which also happens to be the title song of our musical, Fly More Than You Fall.
Oh,
and
boy.
it happens to be the next song that we're going to share. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. And we're really excited to share it because in the show, it's given the opportunity to be a duet, where it has always been more of a single, solo, ever since it was written. But in this context, Eric, do you want to set this one up a little bit?
Yeah, so Malia has just read the song you just heard. So she just shared that with a group of people. And their responses are kind of, mainly because she's writing a YA novel about birds trying to fly, and all these other pretentious kids at the summer camp are writing or trying to write darker themed things. So they're not really super impressed with her. Malia, who's a bit of a perfectionist, loses her mind and is ready to go home. And it's just, nope, if she can't be perfect at something, she doesn't want to do it at all. And she's about to pack her bags, go home, and give up. And that's when a new camper, or another camper named Caleb, sees a similar soul in her and pulls her aside and gives her a bit of a pep talk. And the song is the pep talk, kind of encouraging her to hang in there, give it a few more days, and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Merritt Marsh again, and then it's Nico Oliveri, correct?
So Oliveri,
Yes.
yes, that's right.
So this is Fly More Than You Fall, the title song.
But they don't get to decide if my work is good. I decide if my work is good. Every day you have to decide. Are you gonna let life kick you in the ass, or are you gonna kick it in the ass? Just take it from my favorite philosopher, my mom.
Alarm goes off, open up my eyes, take a glance at the window at the sunrise, getting out of my bed, which I do despise, but despite my cries, I always realize I got so much to get done today, so I keep all the negative thoughts at bay, cause there ain't much color in black and gray, but you know what they say, if there's a will, there's a way, and I believe in hoping for the best, and I believe that negativity is a test of how you choose to go about your life. Will you stay in bed till you wake up dead, or will you let go of your strife? Oh, love each day you're given, live each day you've got. Don't let fear and madness bring you sadness, that's a lesson I've been taught. Just keep your head up, keep on walking tall. Open up your mind and you might find that you can fly more than you fall.
Along your path you might encounter fear.
So you kick all your optimism into gear. When there's clouds in the sky and the storm seems near, let your sunshine appear.
And your sky will be clear.
Now I'm not saying that you can't cry. A release of emotion can simplify. A natural need to express what makes us wanna die. But in the blink of an eye, it can be easy as pie. And I believe in wishing on a star.
And I believe that wish can get you far. If you believe in working
hard as it seems. Oh, love each day you're given, live each day you've got. Don't let fear and madness bring you sadness. That's a lesson I've been taught. Just keep your head up, keep on walking tall. Open up your mind and you might find that you can fly more than you fall. Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. Don't ever think it's not.
Life is beautiful.
Oh, life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. Don't ever lose this thought. Love each day you're given,
Live each day you got.
don't let fear and madness bring you sadness.
That's a lesson I've been taught.
Just keep your head up, keep on walking tall. Open up your mind and you might find that you can fly more than you fall. Whoa.
Whoa. No, 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 no. You can fly more than you fall.
Whoa, you can fly more than you fall. Open up your mind and you might find that you can fly more than you fall.
That was awesome.
Now get some sleep. You've got some ass to kick tomorrow.
Yeah, I do.
You can fly more than you fall.
That was worth the wait, as everyone has been saying in the chat.
That's very sweet.
What a mantra. How important to hear those words, though, truly.
Especially after what we've all been through.
Yes.
You know, it's definitely a song to cling to after the worldwide trauma we've all just survived. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So before we go, I feel like stories about mothers and daughters are very prominent in musical theater and they're not going anywhere. Why do you think they remain so powerful, and why did you feel it was a part of the makeup of this story? Because it's more than a mother and daughter story, but it is a big part of the story too.
Yes. Mothers and daughters, I mean, they're just universal. Parents and children are universal. I think at the end of the day, parents are unconditional love. And sometimes it's the only unconditional love we ever experience in our life. And so to lose that at a young age, it's if you can't musicalize that, if you can't musicalize unconditional love, I don't know what you can musicalize. I mean, so that just felt very right for turning it into a show about what it feels like to lose that, and also from the parent point of view, what it feels like to know you're going to have to leave them to fend for themselves, and will they be up to the challenge, and hoping for the best.
And there's something too about, because in our show there's the relationship between mom and daughter, and then of course losing mom and something like that. But then what remains from that is the relationship between father and daughter, which can be equally as complicated sometimes. And of course, every family is different, but there was something about the relationship of this particular mother and daughter that we found to be so endearing that we wanted to tell. Not to mention, we would much rather see some really strong roles for young women claiming their agency at a younger age. Than typically heroic male stories that you have found for decades and decades and decades. And that to us is something that is important to tell and share. And that's kind of bringing into it.
It's very true.
Amen.
Because also grieving alone is one thing, but grieving as a group is complicated. Families trying to grieve together lends itself to lots of good drama and story songs and crying from the audience. So everyone wins.
And laughter, because there's something that, what I think my favorite part of this show is, if I may, is that there are so many moments, heartbreak and joy are so close.
They're side by side
as emotions. And when you can kind of find the branching path that goes in the middle of those, you'll find that sometimes through your heartbreak, the joy and the laughter through the tears can be incredibly healing and helpful in that process.
And I think we have to remember, I think I just was reading this last night, actually, you know, parents are, when you're a child, they're your biggest advocate. They will always fight for you, and it's important. And that's why they're always in musicals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And in true Disney-esque fashion, no parent comes out alive at one point or another.
because it's a critical moment that is universal.
Exactly.
We all have our mentor at a certain point in our life, and we all lose our mentor at a certain
Mhm.
point in our life. And that's the pinnacle moment. How are you going to survive without your mentor? And those are the fun moments to watch.
Right.
If they're going to fly or if they're going to fall.
Yep.
You
Well,
know?
we are so excited for what is next with your show. And as we said,
Yes.
check out their Instagram for lots of exciting announcements.
Yes.
Get that t-shirt.
Right there, right
Right?
there. Get that t-shirt.
Reach
That
out
will
to
be-
Mark Levine for information. We got to get Mark making those t-shirts stat.
Yes.
I mean, if anyone can do it, it's Mark. So watch
We'll
out
get
for
out the
those
screen printer and just go.
Really?
that director announcement,
Exactly right.
everything.
I've been telling him for 30 years just to get this done. I really think now's the time.
There you,
It's been
you heard it.
84 years.
You heard it, Mark. So we will see you guys soon, and we are so excited about your show. Have a good night.
Thank you guys so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
for joining us.